My name is Kevin Lai. We're at UCSF, and I'm a Bioinformatics Analyst for multiple labs.
Meet Kevin Lai. Fascinated by multiple fields of science and not entirely sure which path to follow, Kevin kept an open mind throughout school and now assists multiple labs in their hunt to understand and cure diseases, particularly cancer. Let's hear his story.
So I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I got into college. So I majored in bioengineering because with bioengineering you could do a lot of things. So I majored in that, and then sometime in my junior year I wanted to take this Python course because I thought programming would be good. So then that geared me towards bioinformatics. So then I also got a minor in bioinformatics. And then when I found this internship here at UCSF, I thought I'd give it a shot. And then here I am. I guess the most important thing to me is that, especially here at UCSF, I feel like the research is very translational, meaning that we take samples directly from patients and we do analysis or do whatever we need to do on those samples. And then through our research, we can bring it back exactly to that patient. And if we find something, we can help the patient directly. These look pretty much the same. This looks somewhat the same. There's still lines. So it kind of it goes from the patient to us back to the patient, unlike other research where it's just we never talk to the patient, we never do anything to the patient, and it's just kind of floating. I mostly analyze sequencing data. You can extract DNA from a sample, and then you can sequence that DNA. So every organism has DNA. And then when we sequence it, we can find mutations. So how are you different than another person? And if you had cancer or something, we find maybe which mutation in your DNA can affect cancer, and then we try to target that, for example. For another lab I'm working with, they were looking at specifically somewhat of a gene where if it's expressed highly in a cancer patient, then it can affect the cancer. So in that patient, he had melanoma. So then we found a gene that was highly expressed, so meaning that it affected that person a lot. And because of it, it increased the damaging effects of melanoma. My role was to take the data that we got back after it got sequenced, process it, and then made a whole procedure where I took the sequencing data and then find the actual gene, and then I gave it to postdocs to look more into certain targets. So I gave them basically a targeted list of potential genes. I would say my goal being here would be try to get a general sense of cancer in general and try to help in that sense. So I guess everybody who has whatever type of cancer we're looking at the moment, because what we do is pretty general. It's not specific to one type of person.
Low. And one of the things he thought about is
keep your mind open. That's the biggest thing, because when I went into college, I was I'm never going to be a programmer. I'm never going to program. I'm never going to do sit at a desk job. So that's why one of the reasons why I picked bioengineering was because maybe I could do more interesting hands-on things. But then as I got through my education, I was man, I actually want to do programming. I want to sit down and look at data and stuff. So always keep your mind open. That's the biggest thing.